Hi, Scott here. I'm out in one of the most glorious parts of our local area. It's in a little village that sits on a hill called Blockley. There's a couple of ducks flying off. There's buzzards up above me here. This is an area that used to be quite untidy and the forest wasn't well kept, but my goodness, in the last 18 months they've done a good job here. It really did used to be quite a mess around here. They've really improved it. Anyway, yesterday I did my talk to the HR Leader Summit, and it was done virtually, of course, given that I'm recording this in May 2020. It went quite well. I enjoyed it, not as much as I enjoy working with a live audience, but I enjoyed it, and there was quite a few things happened that I think are worthy of mentioning. First of all, technology. Well, the technology was okay. It was a system called live WebEx, and to be honest, it was slightly odd because you couldn't see yourself particularly. The delegate view was one of just your slides, and I had to use PowerPoint for the first time in probably 18 months, so that was something of a challenge. PowerPoint is better than it used to be, I have to say, so that was quite good. But you didn't get the presentation view on the live WebEx software, so that would take away one of the advantages of PowerPoint. But anyway, it was okay. A couple of things. We did a technical test on my presentation and it worked. At least it did for the first 2 or 3 slides. But then when I got into the actual event, I really made a Speaker 101 mistake, because what happened was, in the actual software, it took away any transitions from your slides. Now, I'm not one for doing lots of transitions in slides, but when I do use them, I use it to tell a story. So it's like the prestige at the end of a magic show. You know, you ta-ta, to complete an explanation of something, or to demonstrate a point. So that wasn't working. So that kind of damaged the flow, and I have no doubt the experience that the delegates had. So lesson, when you're doing your technical check, go right through your presentation, and don't be persuaded by the organisers that the technology works perfectly. So that was a minor mistake, but if it had been a major event for me in terms of a commercial event, then I would have been quite cross today about that, because it really is a basic mistake that I made. So don't do that again, Scott. Otherwise, the other thing I noticed was there was a chat box when I was doing my speech. Now, the speech was meant to be delivered as a speech. It was more a lecture than a keynote or a presentation. But I got a little bit distracted by the chat box. People were asking me questions, so either I have to learn to pause, look at the chat, and explain what the chat's saying, and use it as a moment of interaction with the delegates, or I have to not look at it at all, cover it with a post-it or something. So that's another little lesson for me, which was quite good. Other things, a couple of good things. Did a little exercise with them where I demonstrated how frames work. It's a little. If you've seen me speak before, you might have seen me use it before. I got it from a guy I think it was from Sony, at an event, and basically it's a cloud of numbers, and you ask them to count from 1 to 45 of the numbers, and then you put a frame over the top of it, and it just demonstrates how easy it is to count more numbers when you've got a frame over it. I'll stick that in the video. And that worked really well. It really did. It got real engagement. Lots of them were commenting on how far they got with the counting. So that was good. I was pleased about that. Visually, the other thing that worked really well, bearing in mind that a lot of my audience were from overseas, and if you've seen me presenting, you'll know I don't use many slides, and I certainly don't use many words on my slides. In fact, I don't really use many at all, if any. But with this audience, and bearing in mind my accent, apparently I've got an accent, I put more words on, and that went really well. You could tell that people were understanding what I was trying to say. So that was good. That was good. And then the final point on the socials, the talk's not out yet, but when it does come out, I'll put it in the comments here, and you can have a look for yourself and tell me what you think. Don't be too hard on me. I was in a rush, but the socials were okay. The conference didn't go heavy on the socials, which kind of surprised me because it was a good opportunity for them to do that, but they didn't. My colleague and friend Jon Ingham did, as always. He's great. Thank you, Jon. Thanks to Jon for giving me the opportunity, actually, because it was Jon that referred them to me. So, Jon, you're a star. I'll put you in the comments as well. So, any questions, observations, and feedback, let me know. I'd love to hear it. This is Scott MacArthur, and I'm in Bolton Woods.